We're in San Francisco. It's Saturday, September 14th, 2013, and this is Mike Zint, and he is a frontline occupier in Occupy San Francisco. I'm interviewing him right now because he has initiated and been a major force in a occupation of the area in front of San Francisco City Hall. He's occupying the 1% that is represented by the mayor, whose office is there, and the mayor's cohorts, who are 1%. I don't think that they even recognize the existence of the 99%, although Ed Lee, the mayor, did take a moment off to send the SFPD out to clean out the Occupy camp.
Several times.
Yeah, with all the goons. And that was by order from on high. Gene Kwan in Berkeley, where Occupy Oakland was, told the papers that orders came from on high to clear out all the Occupy camps. So lo and behold, Ed Lee, being a little minion of the 1%, did that.
Asshat.
Okay, what did you say, Mike?
He's an asshat.
What's an asshat?
An asshat is somebody who has their head up their ass.
And they're wearing their ass as a hat.
Yes.
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 Okay, maybe I can even put the sign that somebody chalked, we won't say who, on the pedestal.
I may or may not have gotten a picture of what you're talking about. I did not see anything.
I have a picture.
A lot of people like that picture too.
Yeah, I'm going to put that picture in. And as a matter of fact, the media noticed that picture. It was referred to in an Examiner article about you guys. And also, Luke Thomas of Fog City Journal noticed it. And it said it was desecration. But we think he was kidding.
I hope so, because it's chalk. We could have wiped it off with a piece of cloth. We're not out to desecrate. We're out to exercise our First Amendment right, which we don't have, by the way.
Yep.
There is no First Amendment.
Tell me, though, why did you start this? It's not an occupation, it's a vigil.
And that's what it was supposed to be. We wanted to hold a vigil after the convergence last week, or I don't know, back on the 2nd, it was Labor Day.
We converged, brought together.
Yes.
What was the convergence?
It was just bring people together. Let's talk, let's gather, let's see what's up, let's see if we can move forward and do something. And that's when I announced our intention to hold a vigil down in JHP, or Chelsea Manning Plaza, for the duration of the boat race.
The convergence was getting together of all the original occupiers in San Francisco, plus supporters.
We announced that we were going to try to hold a vigil at the plaza for the duration of the boat race, which I think was about 3 weeks.
Now, Mike is talking about the America's Cup, which is held in the Bay. It's being held during what dates? We're within
it's through, I think, the 22nd of September, 21st or 22nd.
And it started about the 11th? 7th.
Yeah, these are the finals.
And now the America's Cup is for the 1%, the rich people, and unfortunately we, the taxpayers, are paying for it, but we weren't
nothing.
We weren't invited.
Right.
As part of the America's Cup celebration gala, Ed Lee and City Hall hosted the Skull and Bones Society.
Yeah, they'll regret that one.
Why?
Because we crashed it.
How did you crash it?
With a megaphone and a bad attitude, and we got our hands on one of their invitations. We tried to send Scud in. It was black tie. We didn't have a black tie, so we drew one on his chest and sent him in. We do have video of the whole thing. It was very, very funny. It really was.
It really was.
And I had the opportunity to call Nancy Pelosi some very choice things. She was there. It was the elite. It was the elite of the elite. There were $300,000 Rolls Royces everywhere. You know, it was valet, it was limos, it was plastic faces and fake smiles and totally looking away from us, bad fashion. Thankfully, Belle was there to make fun of their fashions.
Okay, so Belle is our lawyer.
Yes.
She's our attorney.
She is the on-the-ground legal advisor.
And I have to tell you that Scud is an occupier.
Scud
He's one of the originals.
yes.
SCUD.
yeah.
That stands for something that
It
has to do with guided missiles.
Yeah, it was what I believe it was Iraq and such was going to fire at us during the original Gulf War. They had all these Scud missiles buried and stuff, so that's what Scud is.
Scud named himself that.
Yes.
Okay, so Scud, I have the video. I can embed it in this article I'm writing.
It's hilarious.
Because you sent me to it. It is very funny.
Yeah.
He drew a tie on his bare chest and tried to get in the door. Okay, now we can put this in here.
Mm-hmm.
What I want to know is, what are the issues? I have to say, the Examiner, you got the attention of the local papers.
Yeah, that was one issue.
Poor and homeless and very low-income people who are snubbed by the 1% never get noticed by the papers. This Vigil got noticed by the San Francisco Examiner.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
and Channel 5 News, apparently.
and they
We're on
claimed
their
it was
website.
about homelessness, but it's not
It's
about
not.
homelessness.
It is about everything. If there is a problem right now in this world, that's what we're there for. Now, we may not recognize all these problems because we're not familiar with them, but if you are familiar with them, come down and educate us. The biggest thing is gather the people together, get the people talking, get the people working together. They don't want that. If we get that, we will win. We've got too many people out here that are upset.
Okay, can you list the issues?
Yeah, first issue is, of course, homelessness, okay? Because everybody that's at the protest is homeless. So we approached the mayor.
I have to say, I'm at the protest and I'm not
Well,
homeless.
the occupiers, I should say, just to clarify, the people who are on the ground spending the night.
Living there.
Yes, we
in
are
sleeping
homeless.
bags on the sidewalk
Yes.
outside, staying all night.
They aren't anymore because we're not allowed to anymore. So, but
Okay,
that's-
and that was funny too, because you were chalking on the sidewalk, and they sent. Tell about that real briefly.
Oh,
While
which
you were
time?
allowed to be there, the staff in City Hall came out. The chalkers were out there writing things like "Ed Lees an asshat," "Ed Lee is a dick" on the sidewalk.
Yep.
during various demonstrations.
Campos was out there during
Yeah.
his press conference.
Campos is
We
a
did-
supervisor.
Yes, we did a silent chalking of the mayor is a dick and the mayor is an asshat. We went in through the reporters so that the reporters could have no choice but to notice that there was a protest going on. We got some attention. The next day, we got big attention. That's all we needed to do. That was our first goal, was to get through the media blackout.
But while you were chalking, the staff from City Hall was out there with mops,
Oh, yes.
washing the chalk off the sidewalk.
As we've got some beautiful shots. As we're chalking, they're washing.
And then you just, after you let it dry or leave it wet, and just
because
chalk
the chalk,
again.
you get the chalk on that wet, it becomes like a little paste, and it still writes just fine.